CSM specialise in World War I, don't
They do.
they? Is this an Australian first? Is it a world exclusive?
That's Australian first.
An Australian first?
Yeah. Copper State models.
Copper State models.
Specialise in World War I subjects. So they start off with aircraft.
Aircraft.
And they've done armoured vehicles.
And people.
And
Motorbikes.
yeah, lots of people.
I've seen motorbikes.
Yeah, we've got motorbikes. We'll get onto that. Yeah. These are the Caudrons, okay? Brand spanking new versions of Caudron. We did have the Caudrons before, but there's like a late version, and then there's this Anzani version. Really interesting. These are big. They really look when you see the actual aircraft. They're a bizarre shape.
Why?
Because they're very space frame-ish. Let's see if I can find. There you go.
Yeah, it looks like it's made from toothpicks.
Yeah, look at it.
Yours
Look
is
at
upside
it.
down.
From the top, right?
From the top. Take it from the top, Jerry.
Let me just focus there so I can swap cameras. Here we go. Look at that. So you've got a sort of standard looking fuselage, but there's no tail here. It's all space frame tail to the back.
Light.
Yeah, I guess so.
So it's like a motor mount and a cockpit, and that's it.
Yeah, and space for two people. So one to fly the plane and another one to, I think, throw things out of the plane.
I suppose it's harder to shoot.
You reckon?
Well,
less things to hit.
less things to hit.
Yeah, maybe. But the wings are pretty big.
It's going to whistle, though, isn't it?
Whistle? What will be whistling? What tunes?
All the bars.
Oh,
No?
maybe. There you go. Look
Is
at
it a
that.
biplane?
It is a biplane. Look at that. Beautiful.
Do you know how I know it's a biplane?
How do you know it's a biplane?
It's 4 wings.
4 wings.
2 on each side.
And one of the really tricky bits is it doesn't actually come with the rigging, but it comes with the instructions on how to do the rigging. Because it's optional. If you want to be really, you want all the pain of the rigging, then I'll show you how to do it. But you don't have to.
Kobe couldn't do it anymore.
Kobe, he shaved his head.
Shaved his head.
That's because he used to use his hair, right? He used to use his hair for rigging.
He used to use his hair for plane rigging.
That's right.
What's he going to do now?
Well, he's going to have to buy some commercial stuff. Probably get some long wigs.
I was selling my Merkin.
Your Merkin?
Yeah, I got a long one.
What? Is it the fresh one or is it the one that's been around?
The one that's been around, the Wookiee one.
Oh, yeah. The one that's got the lice in it.
It's like the 70s.
Oh.
It's my rendition of the 70s.
Is it?
Yeah.
Looks like an afro, doesn't it?
Well, a little bit, but you can straighten it.
What?
You can straighten it.
Look at that.
What?
A nice big manual.
Beautiful box.
Really thick manual. Look at that.
Oh, detail. It's like a history lesson.
So
Because
many
it
bits.
even gives you the firing order of the engine.
Oh, did it? That's a bit hard to see, isn't it? They're all grey plastic. Let's move it across. And here you got the engine bits.
Oh, I do love a good radio.
Let's see if we can get to the detail of that.
Is it a good thing?
It's a good thing because you can, I don't know if everyone can see, but it's got the fine.
Where does CSM come from?
Comes from Slovenia, isn't it?
I don't know. I was asking.
It's not Slovenia, it's next door to Slovenia. What was it?
Latvia.
Oh, Latvia, next door to Slovenia. Yeah, you can see the cooling.
And I say it's CSM, it's an abbreviation for Copper State models.
That's right. So they're the engine bits.
This one has an American flag on it.
Or maybe an American fluid.
Well, that's a bit.
And here's some of the wing bits. And you see how it doesn't have any control surfaces? So the wings, they don't have ailerons, right? They used, they flexed the wings.
Just flex it.
Yep. After the Wright brothers...
Engineering marvel.
Yeah, after the Wright brothers did the first flight, they patented the way that they did the control surface, which was wing warping. So bending the wings to change direction. And that was the standard for a long time.
Was it?
Until, actually, I can't remember who did it. He actually used wing warping as playing without getting any licenses and got sued. So he came up with ailerons.
Flaps.
Yeah, and ailerons is the way to go now. They don't do
It's a
wing
funny
warping.
word, isn't it?
Flaps.
Ailerons.
Ailerons.
It's a funny word.
For flaps. Well, flaps and ailerons are different. But yeah, they both look flappy, don't they?
I wouldn't know an aileron from a flap if I was hit in the face with it.
Wouldn't you? Well, there you go.
It's been a while since I've been hit in the face with the aileron.
So you can see how the edges there, they look a bit like the
bat wing.
Bat wing. Thinking the same thing. And there's the size of the fuselage. So it doesn't look very big, but by the time you get it all together, it's massive.
Well, they wouldn't have weighed much back then.
There you go, and here's the other section. So you can sort of get an idea of how big these wings are, eh? Because these are the end bits.
The Caudron G3.
It's good, isn't it?
Late. US and French service.
And you get some photo etch.
Photo etch?
Some photo etch bits.
Well, they had photo etch back then. No metal on the plane, is there?
Well, they look like seatbelts. Probably just across the sash.
They had seatbelts?
Maybe.
Why
Can't see that, but they're clear bits.
Why would they have had seatbelts for?
To hold them inside when they smash. And there's your big, massive decals. It's a big sheet.
Wait, there's two
And
sets
these are
on
all
there.
printed by Caudron, who, as we know, print the best decals.
Italian.
Italian decals. That's right. So that's what
when
we
you
got.
think of Italian, you just don't think of the best printed decals, do you?
I guess you don't. No, you think of other things.
I
You
think
there's
of
fashion,
great coffee.
design,
I think of
cars.
pizza.
Think of pizza?
I
We've got
think
some
of,
good pizza around
I
here.
think of great cars, but I don't think of great decals.
You don't?
There you go. I have to change my mindset, clearly.
Sometimes Tamir even have cartograph decals in their kits. But that's beautiful. This is an Enzani.
A what?
Enzani. I don't know what the idea of that is, but it looks pretty cool. There you go. But that is not the only thing from Copper State.
What else have you got?
I've got, where are we going to put this? We're going to put this here. I've got some
What
little
else
stuff
have you
too,
got?
which is
Show
really
me
cool.
your
little
wares.
boxes.
Little boxes with big dreams.
They're the motorcycles you were
Yes.
talking about. And here's some figures. I've only brought a couple of the figures. There's actually 10 different figures
I was
available.
going to say there's probably like 183.
Just to go with the bikes. Okay, so you might see the figures there with the bikes. The bikes don't come with these. They're a optional extra. Okay, so these are bikes by themselves. And I brought the two different bikes.
Did you build a bike?
Not these ones, no. But I've open box one.
Ah.
Yeah. Because when the first ones came out, they were the Triumphs. But they now got a German one.
German?
So that's a British one.
What is the German one?
The German one is a Wanderer. I don't know who makes that. I have no idea. So we're getting closer. What's that? 1916. 2-cylinder, 4 horsepower.
Pretty much like a Harley is now.
What is it?
Pretty much.
I don't know. You're the bike man.
No,
Then this is the
It's just a
one.
Digger Harley.
That's the Triumph that got released earlier.
Single cylinder.
The amazing thing about these are they're 3D printed.
Resin.
3D printed resin, including all the spokes.
And the spokes are beautiful.
Yes, and all these pipes and such. So I've already done an open boxing on that one. How about we open box this one?
When did you open box that one?
A little while ago. First came out
I'll
like
have to catch up.
6 months ago. Or
I'll have
even
to
a
catch
year.
up.
Let's look at all the bits here. So they carefully individually pack these things. Here's some more decals.
And you're going to go throwing your big sausage-like fingers in there.
There's cartograph.
Cardiograph again. Jeez,
There
they
you
get
go. Look at
around,
this.
don't they?
Look at that. Look at how fine those spokes are.
Recyclable bag.
And that's my thumb there.
That is your thumb.
It is. It's not my little finger.
Could be,
But
but it's not.
Let's see if I can get even closer.
You should have been a hand model. Have I told you that
Look
today?
how fine that is.
What, your thumb?
Yeah, and also the spokes.
Oh, the spokes.
Okay, so the tires, all this is all in one piece. Okay, so they've got lots of detail in it, but they try to print it with as few pieces as possible just to make it easy to assemble. And you'll see that too.
I'm still
with this
baffled how
section.
they print that as one piece.
Look at this. You got the chain and everything.
There's no way they print that at one piece.
How come it looks like a bicycle?
I'll eat my hat.
Why is it got pedals?
Well, it probably has bicycle backup for when the engine broke down.
Right. Well, there's a.
There was a German, so they were like on top of it.
How fine is that?
Germans don't break down.
Printed in one piece there.
Batteries go flat.
And do they? And here's the center
You
of
know
the
all
engine.
about. You know all about.
Look at all those hoses.
You know all about Germans with flat batteries.
Yeah, I do. And look at there. There's the engine with.
2 cylinders and 4 horsepower.
But look at all that, all the wiring. It's all there. Absolutely magnificent. And you got a little seat. It's like a bicycle seat with the springy bits.
Oh, that'd be comfy.
Look at that. Doing, doing, doing. Because these things wouldn't have had suspension, would they?
No.
And
Imagine
then
that
we've got the
on the
handlebars.
cobblestone roads and stuff. Would have been
The
treacherous.
handlebars and the brake levers. And look at that. You got the oink, oink horn.
A pig.
You see it?
Ah, oink oink.
Honk, honk.
Honk honk. Sorry. I was thinking pigs.
And then there's something else here. I'm not too sure what that is. It's probably some sort of cover. Is that chain cover? And then the stand, yeah?
Mm.
How beautiful is that?
the level of detail.
Isn't it? And then we got the figures.
You would have to use your Optrix 5 to paint that, surely.
You would.
No?
Oh, something I forgot to mention, that we've got the two scales. It's 35th scale and 32nd scale.
Why would they do 30-second scale?
32nd scale is to match aircraft. So if you were building one of those planes before, you'd build it in 32nd scale to make it exactly the same. Although if you did 35th, I don't think many people would know the difference anyway. But they're just being very, very exact.
They're very niche, aren't they?
Yes. And so for the figures, there's also 35th and also
Oh, that's
32nd.
Werner.
Here's Werner.
Have a
You
look
want
at
to see
Werner.
Werner?
Yeah.
There's Werner. So this
And
is,
he's posing.
isn't he?
Is he
That's
German?
Werner Voss. So he's a famous pilot, German pilot with a motorcycle. So that's designed to go with the Wanderer kit that we just looked at.
You can tell it's an English motorcycle. Have a look what he's doing.
What do you mean?
Well, it's clearly it's broken down.
Oh, it's broken down. Fair enough.
He's fixing it.
And here is the figure. And
The
their figures are very nicely.
Oh, look at that
Sculpted as
detail.
well.
You wouldn't even need to do any milliput on that.
No, you shouldn't have to.
Whack a primer on it.
That's right. I'm going to try and get the head here because the head was the part that's the most impressive.
Is it? What do you like about it?
You want it realistic.
Crisp. Is it crisp?
That's right. I don't know. There you go.
Do you call it crisp?
Yeah, that's pretty crisp. It's pretty good, isn't it? So a whole bunch of figures that come in too.
Mm.
So that's just a little smattering of what we have
Smattering.
of CSM or copper state models.